Christian, 25, was living with his parents and his grandparents at a fairly large home in North Carolina, not far from the Brown Mountains. In 1998, when he was around 6 years old, he recalls waking up very early in the morning and needing to use the bathroom. There were no streetlights where he lived, and it was quite dark at night. The bathroom was located at the end of a long hall on the top floor of the house. Christian's room was the only one on the top floor, aside from a smaller sewing room that his grandmother used. His grandparents and his parents all slept on the first floor, so there shouldn't have been anyone else on that floor. Also, the grandmother was adamant that the sewing room door stay closed when she wasn't using it. On this night, Christian recalls waking up and feeling strange. He began walking down the hall to the bathroom and observed that the door to the sewing room was open, something he found to be quite odd. When he looked in the room, he saw a dim bluish light coming from the window, which was directly across from the door on the other side of the room. He also saw a silhouette of a figure standing in the window. This figure, which stood 5 feet tall, seemed to have the head of a hammerhead shark. It was flat and elongated, almost in a Y shape, but if you bent the tips flat. As he stared at the figure, trying to understand what he was seeing, the entity began to rock back and forth. This terrified Christian, who ran back to his room and hid under the covers. The next thing he felt was being in a sort of black void, but not a void. He had trouble describing it. It felt like I was not anywhere, he said, like he didn't exist in any time and space. When he woke up the next day, he told his grandparents, who took him to see a doctor after they noticed burns and peculiar circle and rectangle marks on his left arm. The doctor thought they were rug burns, but later, upon thinking about it, Christian thought they looked like tool marks around burned flesh. He began having nightmares of lion faces soon after, including involving himself running in a long corridor and encountering one of these lion people. He attributed these dreams to anxiety from the sighting. He also claims that in 2003, he and his friend Daniel were walking home at night and observed a blue light hovering 50 feet above them. It zigzagged away and disappeared over a neighbor's house. He wonders if this was somehow connected to his creature encounter. From Paranormal Thoughts podcast on March 26, 2017. If you have an account or personal encounter of anything odd and unexplained, whether it be ghostly visitors, a sinister stranger, cryptid or unknown entity encounters, demonic or angelic visitation, extraterrestrial contact, or anything else unexplained, feel free to contact me with your account by sending an email to designatedxshow@gmail.com.